Hi, this is Luke from Spitfire Audio's customer experience team. Today we're going to be taking a look through the user interface for the new Spitfire Solo Violin. It's worth noting that this patch is also available within our full solo strings library as the Virtuoso Violin Total Performance patch. To begin, let's load the instrument. You can do this by double-clicking the Solo Violin NKI file or by dragging it towards the right window. Once loaded, the first thing you'll see is what we call the simple view. You'll notice that there's a few fader controllers available here. The first to take note of is the Easy Mix. This is a single fader that will control all of the available microphone positions. If you bring the fader up, you'll get a closer mix, whereas if you bring the fader down, you'll get a more distant mix. To the right of this is Dynamics. This is controlled by your mod wheel, or CC1, and will crossfade between the different available dynamic layers, from the very softest to the loudest. This is arguably the most important controller on the whole interface. Moving along from Dynamics is the Vibrato controller. This is assigned to CC21 and will control the intensity of the vibrato by switching between the different sampled layers. In this patch we have 4 different layers available. Starting from the lowest value and going up, you can activate tremolo, no vibrato, progressive vibrato, and finally a very intense and romantic sounding molto vibrato. The next controller is a new addition to our interface. This controller acts as a switch and will toggle between whether or not a mute is added to the instrument. This is simulated with some clever EQ. The final controller on this interface is expression. This is essentially a volume controller within the interface itself and is controlled by CC11. This is relatively subtle in response, which makes it great when used in combination with dynamics. Moving away from the simple view, we can enter the expert view by clicking the small wrench in the upper left corner here. The expert view is where you'll get access to all of the available controllers on the interface. You'll notice that the Easy Mix has now been replaced by each individual microphone signal. From left to right, we have the close signal, the Decca tree, and the ambient microphones. These can be activated by pressing the small buttons beneath the faders, or by clicking and moving the faders themselves. To unload a microphone from memory, simply press these buttons again, or drag the fader towards the bottom. To the right of the microphone mixer, we have options. The first available is presets, which will allow you to choose between some different available memory saving options. As this library has no articulations, this will simply reduce the number of round robins instead, which will free up some extra memory. Deselecting Purge Unused will load every available microphone and articulation into memory. We recommend keeping this on to save your system resources. Activating and changing the transpose value will move and reposition the keyboard. CC mapped velocity will apply only to short notes, and will mean that the dynamics of any shorts played will be controlled by the mod wheel rather than velocity. The Hall trigger option will toggle whether or not room ambience is added when bringing the dynamics down quickly. We recommend keeping this one on. Finally, Utilize TM is an option to use Contact's time machine. In the case of this patch, it will increase the intensity of the molto vibrato depending on the vibrato fader. This can be quite intensive on your system resources, so if you are having issues, it's recommended to turn this one off. Underneath the round robin section, we have a few different controls available for the short notes. These controls vary from being able to reduce the number of round robins to layering multiple notes together. For full information on these features, we recommend looking to the user manual. The reset controllers will control which round robins are activated. By using the reset on key command, you can specifically choose which round robin plays by using the corresponding keys laid out on the keyboard. In comparison, reset on transport will simply reset the round robins every time you press play in your DAW. Moving away from the round robin controllers, we have another new addition to the Spitfire interface, trillable legato. By overlapping 2 notes quickly, you can activate some pre-recorded trills. This will work on anything below a major second interval. Finally, towards the right, you'll see the previously discussed faders from the simple view. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at spitfireaudio.com/support. Thanks.